Hey guys, Jarek here, going to be doing some Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, yes, Modern Warfare 2, doing some team deathmatch on the map Favela. I'm going to be using the Chris Super V Vector and the PP2000. With the Vector, I am using a suppressor, same thing with the PP2000. My perks are Steady Aim Pro, Sleight of Hand Pro, and Stopping Power Pro. My death streak is Martyrdom, although I don't plan to use it. So, yes, why am I going back to Modern Warfare 2? Well, to be completely honest, I didn't really play it back in the day. I only played about 10 hours of it, and for someone like me that does a lot of gaming, that's virtually not playing the game at all. I'm barely unlocking anything. The reason I stopped playing it back when it first came out was because I didn't like it. I absolutely despised it. There was a lot of things. This is one of those games that, when you have a good game, and people aren't using the incredibly large amount of bullshit options you have in this game, it's really, really fun. Like, what this game could have been, it just simply could have been one of the best multiplayer games, but so many of the things just mess with the balance of the game. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm having fun with it, and I'm actually enjoying it now, which is a little strange. I think it's just because after the launch of the game, a lot of the people that stuck around to play it aren't really playing it the cheap style, so it seems more fun now than it was back then. But there are just so many things in this game that totally fuck with balance. I don't know if Infinity Ward knows what the meaning of balance is, but adding things like stopping power where your bullets are stronger than the enemy's bullets, and adding things like death streaks where you get rewarded for doing bad, that should never be a fucking thing, especially when it comes to... Dear God, this game has the worst variation of Last Stand out of any of the Call of Duty games. You get downed, after someone legitimately kills you, you have your primary weapon, and then if you sit there long enough, you get back up like nothing happened. See, in Black Ops, people complained about it a lot, but if you got down, people had to revive you, and you had to only use your secondary while you were down. Still annoying, but this one was by far worse. And they brought back Martyrdom. A lot of people complained about it in Call of Duty 4, but they brought it back as a death streak. I can't complain about that as much as Last Stand. I forget what the actual name of it. I want to call it Juice, where you get to spawn with more health than usual. That one is the one that honestly usually pisses me off more than anything else. Because, holy shit, that thing gets me killed a lot. Since the spawns are every once in a while really bad in Call of Duty games, you'll be going on a really big kill streak, having a good time. Someone like that suddenly spawns right in front of you, eats a whole magazine, and then he kills you in one shot. So that shit happens. It's just, Infinity Ward really doesn't understand, or at least they kind of understand the idea of balance, but it's almost like that's not what they're going for. They're not going for a competitive multiplayer game, which, to be fair, I'm not really playing this game to be competitive or anything like that. They're not going for that. They're just going for an arcade shooter that people can jump into and it's easy to play, and that's, you know, kind of selling out, for lack of a better term, to make it sound incredibly negative, which I'm not really trying to do. It's kind of what they were going for, and Treyarch sort of takes the other route where they want everything to be usable in the game. They don't want some guns to be useless. They don't want some things to be overpowered. They don't want some shit to just basically ruin the game. And the worst thing about this game, and honestly, I could probably look over the rest of it, but the worst thing about this game is the fucking noob tubing, and everyone's going to immediately agree with this. It's the first attachment you unlock in game on your guns. You have perks to make your explosives stronger. It's like the whole game was centered around using a grenade launcher. It absolutely drives me crazy. But yeah, with all the bitching I'm doing, though, I am actually having a lot more fun than I thought I would have going back and playing Modern Warfare 2. Now, the whole reason, and this is literally the sole reason I went back to playing Modern Warfare 2, guns. There was a lot of stuff in Modern Warfare 2 that I honestly never really used, because like I said, I just hated the game when it first came out. I was not having fun with it. It was getting incredibly frustrating. So I stopped playing it. About 10 hours in, I stopped playing it, which led a lot to be unlocked. I think I basically only had 1 or 2 guns unlocked from the time I was playing it. I think part of that 10 hours also includes the single player, which I'm not sure why I beat. I was kind of rolling my eyes the whole single player. People like this. I don't know why they liked it, but the whole Hollywood explosions on a linear walk of just shooting things and making them explode and having an interactive Hollywood movie annoys me. I don't like Hollywood. It makes me roll my eyes. It makes me go, this is incredibly unrealistic and stupid. Yeah, that's what people like, so that's what they make the single-player missions. I'm not sure why I beat it, to be completely honest. Because like I said, the whole time I was rolling my eyes, so that 10 hours includes that. I didn't play the multiplayer that much at all. But getting back into it, I am enjoying it, despite all the bullshit in there. I still think Black Ops is definitely my favorite Call of Duty game in general. It's kind of odd to say. That's the one I prefer more than anything else. This isn't a series that I play to really enjoy or really get into competitively. The Call of Duty series is basically a good time waster, and that's the way I see it. And that's first death all game. Yeah, the Call of Duty series is a good time waster. That's basically it. That's how I see it. I enjoy my time with it. It's a love-hate relationship. Sometimes I like it, sometimes I absolutely despise it. Some days are just not your days when it comes to Call of Duty. You're not going to have fun, you're going to die. Just so many different bullshit reasons. But yeah, it's just not a game I take seriously in any way whatsoever. If I want to be competitive, I play a game that's a little bit, I want to say slower paced, but something that's a little bit more serious. Something I can actually take serious, like say Red Orchestra 2 or Arma. Something that requires me to use my mind. Something that is not just run around, knife, spam bullets everywhere. Just there is not much skill involved when it comes to Call of Duty. And a lot of people, it's amusing how so many Call of Duty fans can really argue against this. It's a twitch shooter. That's all it really is. It's a twitch shooter that does absolutely everything, and I think, actually, Tripwire describes this the best. They made a big article about this a little bit of a while ago, I think about a week or two ago, basically saying Infinity Ward does everything possible to try to close the skill gap in Call of Duty. And I couldn't describe it any better than that. Anyway, there's the end of the match. This match was a little bit slower paced than the other ones, but I think I got a decent enough game, so I figured I might as well go ahead and upload it. I went 29 in 1. Okay, good enough game. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you later.